You're a piece of shit, Papoose. You really are. You have turned into a piece of shit. This right here, the gambling, the failures that you've had in your career or whatever that didn't pan out how you wanted to, has turned you into somebody else. If that was my friend, I would be like, girl, you just turned 30 years old. You are a world champion. You are accomplished. You have made it from out the ghetto, from the slums, from the depths of Flint, Michigan. You don't got no kids. You have your whole life ahead of you. But why are you attaching yourself to this 47-year-old man that doesn't have anything going, has no career, no job, no income, except for the income that he's claiming off of you, your percentage, because he's your manager?
Text messages and put my number out on her page that got 10 million followers. She did that. Putting everybody in our business, letting them know that me and Pap was together.
Days after Clarissa sat in an interview about her desire to have children with Papoose the following year. He broke up with her already. You lose them the same way you get them because, baby, Clarissa is now online, and she has no one to blame but herself. People remarked, and they weren't lying. She obtained Papoose by playing tricks on him when he was still with Remy, and now he's being taken from her by someone else. Although Clarissa believed Remy was being a resentful ex-wife, which is accurate to be fair, it does not imply that she was lying. Remy had even attempted to warn her about Papoose's use of her. Remy asserts that Papoose is homeless and impoverished and that he only dated Clarissa to increase his income. While it is true that Clarissa is a little sluggish, we cannot hold it against her for not taking Remy's warning seriously. She doesn't have the best relationship with Remy. Remy created this problem months ago when she shared images of text communications between Papoose and Clarissa that she had surreptitiously taken off Papoose's phone while he was sleeping at her residence. Claressa Shields was lying in my house when dumb Seth Papoose fell asleep on the phone, and he wouldn't go. She was supposed to be a boxing world champion. But as soon as she heard my voice, she became frightened. Let me tell you, everything now. And, darling girl, you're not alone. For far too long, this woman, Claressa Shields, and that horrible publicity squad have been spreading false information about me every day, in an attempt to diminish me and make him appear to be God's gift, despite my pleas for Papoose to halt the narrative. He insisted that the wisest course of action was to keep quiet. I am, in fact, exhausted. Dotto, and because you're ugly, he claimed he would never fuck you. Don't worry, though. I witnessed it all. Since you're such a tough boo, the world will now see it. Nobody even realized Clarissa and Papoose were having fun until now. Therefore, learning about it in this way undoubtedly caused individuals to think critically. Clarissa didn't tolerate it, of course. The way a lady with 2 boyfriends is upset with a man who has a girlfriend named Remy Ma. Why are you tagging me, sweetie, if I'm not the only one? They worked on it for a week, and people were fascinated, although Papoose was reluctant to speak at first. He soon did so and dragged Remy through the dirt. One of the pictures he shared showed Remy snuggling with her beau. Remy was here last Christmas while I was at home with my daughter. The caption read, referring to the easy-to-block captain on Christmas Day. She is becoming irate and fabricating lies now that I have finally moved on. Self-centered. We could divorce like grown-ups, I assured her, since I wouldn't lie and claim that I didn't. Knock this chump out. She won't do that, though it doesn't matter. I still received her messages pleading with me to fabricate the knockout. Hashtag he didn't deliver a single punchback. I saw this fool in the fetal position the last time I saw him, when I knocked him unconscious. Everyone saw, because he had an affair with my wife. I didn't knock him in. His shaking caused me to knock him out. Slept with my wife after holding my hand. If you felt this was a mess, you should wait to hear the whole of what happened, because this was only the beginning. Remy just went public once more to share the reasons behind her infidelity with Papoose. This was the point at which her feud with Papoose truly took off. The only reason Papoose chose to settle for her was because he needed someone to remain with him, and she told Clarissa that he is quite poor. Remy also blasted Papoose for deceiving the public into believing that they were in a beautiful black love relationship and that he kept her in check while she was incarcerated. In reality, however, he was cheating on her the entire time and even impregnating some of the side pieces he was playing with. Remy, the girl, was leaving.
I'm such a real one. I know the procedure when somebody goes to prison. I know the procedure. So it was never about infidelity. When I came home, I went straight through that phone immediately. I know what was up. When I had to fight baby mothers at mother-in-law's houses on Thanksgiving, I knew that girl wasn't lying about what she was saying was going on while I was saying. I knew she wasn't lying. I just was mad. I just was mad. I knew she wasn't lying though. If we keeping it a bean, I knew she wasn't lying. You refuse to tell people, hey, me and Rem haven't even slept in the same bed since May 2022. You don't want to tell nobody that. You were so wrapped up in the whole black love thing. That was your thing. That was the only thing you had. And I realized that. And I respected that. You know what? I don't need to be out here telling people you ain't this and you ain't got this and you ain't doing this and you ain't that. Whoever get you, they'll see.
Women, how do y'all think y'all know what people, what do you tell somebody being broke to y'all? Because I see a lot of this in my upgrade, downgrade, so-and-so's broke, this one's broke. Like, what are y'all talking about? Y'all don't know what people have. Actually, my ex might be the least income making person that I've ever been with. Ever. Everybody included.
It's my house because I paid for it. All 1.3 million, whatever I paid in cash. With my name on it only. I take care of the kid. I take care of it. So I stay here. You go, you move over here. You're a piece of shit, Papoose. You really are. You have turned into a piece of shit. This right here, the gambling, the failures that you've had in your career or whatever that didn't pan out how you wanted to, has turned you into somebody else. If that was my friend, I would be like, girl, you just turned 30 years old. You are a world champion. You are accomplished. You have made it from out the ghetto, from the slums, from the depths of Flint, Michigan. You don't got no kids. You have your whole life ahead of you. Why are you attaching yourself to this 47-year-old man that doesn't have anything going, has no career, no job, no income, except for the income that he's claiming off of your percentage because he's your manager? Got you out here talking, looking crazy. He's the one that don't want to sign, don't want to get his stuff out of his ex house. Doesn't be there for his child that he begged for, but telling you he wants another one. Let me guess. He's telling you he want a son, right? He has a son. He has a son. He just doesn't like his son's preference, so he acts like he doesn't have a son. He has a son. We have a son. I would be telling you, girl, get your from over there. What are you talking about? That's what I would be doing if that was my friend.
If you were asking why she went on this tirade, it was because she didn't want to let Papoose go through with his divorce quietly. Without disclosing everything, however, Papoose prevented Remy from having the final laugh. He was on her tail just minutes after she ended that life. I must admit that this is the hottest man I've ever seen. You are already aware of his extreme rage. He claimed he put his career on hold simply to spend time with Remy while she was serving her term, only to have her return home and begin ruthlessly cheating on him. She was out here, he claimed, exploding for every male she encountered. He still desired to be with her, so eventually they even had to attend therapy. Additionally, do you recall Remy's statement that he was broke as it happens? It was she who broke and pleaded with him for cash. She also criticized Nicki Minaj for allegedly having ghostwriters. Over that entire period, actually, it was she who had Pat ghostwrite her rap words.
Everybody knew I was on top of the world, the $1.5 million man, hottest rapper on the planet. Y'all seen it. Her situation took place, like I said, I left my tour, came back, bailed her out. When I bailed her out, nothing but expense after expense after expense. I had to pay to pack her crib up, pay to put everything in storage, pay the storage bill every month, get a condo closer to the jail so I could visit her every day. Visiting her every day, driving back and forth to the visit to see her every day. Everybody in my ear, Pap, you gotta get to work. You can't visit her every day. My deal folded. I exhausted all my funds. I had to get back to work. That's why I only visited her every day for a year straight. But after that, I had the space to visit out to like 3 times a week. Never missed a Christmas, never missed a Mother's Day, never missed a single holiday I was there. Took care of the kids, took care of my stepson, took care of you, fed you, did everything for a year straight without working. It came a time where if her son needed certain things, if she had something in her account or whatever, she had to take care of it. If she could, she did. But for the most part, I did. Every single thing. That wasn't the first time I caught her cheating. I've caught her cheating numerous times since she's been home. I tolerated your foolishness and your cheating and your adultery for years and years and years. For the sake of my child. Everything would be fine and you would still violate. Because you know why? You can't keep your legs closed, Rem. That's one of the main problems with you. But it wasn't good enough for you to move on and be an adult. After you cheated and I gave you numerous opportunities to stop the cheating. We went to a therapist. Why come on here and lie and say we haven't slept together since 2022? Why come on here and make it seem like that's true? We never had an agreement. Oh, you be with who you be with and I be with. We never had an agreement. All we had was you lying saying that you're not with him. Why would you deal with him? That's all we had. And when I found out the truth that you were with him, you said, let's go to therapy. And I agreed. Then we made an agreement with the therapist. You violated the agreement again. So when I caught him, I knocked him out. Wherever I would have saw him at, I would have knocked him out. I paid every bill in that household. I did nothing but buy you gifts. It's photos and everything of it. It's all on my page. Never trust a celebrity who erased their Instagram. They hiding from something. It's still there. Me buying her gifts. All that materialistic. If you notice, her entire thing was about materialism. Just fabricating. She just recently told me she don't got no money. So what you talking this money talk? You walk around with thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of jewelry that I bought every single day. You talking this jewelry talk. First and foremost, I have a cash business. So there's numerous times where I cashed you out and you went and bought things. With my money. With my money. You want to talk about property? We bought this house together. We bought it together. I wrote 90% of the music since I've been with her. And if you come around me and you type a keyword from any one of her verses, it pops up in my phone with the date that I wrote it. I wrote one of your biggest records, man. One of your biggest hits. So you want to downplay me as an artist when I wrote one of your biggest hits. That's so sad. Look at the comments. They know what I wrote. I wrote tons of her music. 90% of her music, I wrote it since I've been around her. I wrote probably like 3 songs on her first album. If I listen to it, I'll tell you exactly what I wrote. And when you listen to it, y'all know my pen. I never wanted a penny. I never wanted one dime. All of the music I wrote for her, I never wanted one penny. I never put my name on the credit. I never did anything. When people said, we know Pat writing that. Oh, you want to go in here and say, oh, I was making music before him. You was. That's why when I started writing it, they saw the difference.
Even though Remy was humiliating herself by appearing to be a resentful baby mama, she might have had a point when she claimed that Papoose was only taking advantage of Clarissa, because rumors are circulating that he is having an affair with the new girl he met, cheating on Clarissa. Moreover, you know what? She is younger than Clarissa. Though it's unclear where these rumors are coming from, people are already making fun of Clarissa because, in addition to Remy's attempt to warn her, she recently spoke in an interview about her desire to have children with Papoose next year, only to have him caught cheating on her 24 hours later.
Do you think of that like an expiration date on your career, or is it 8 years and that's it? Or when will you try and go into, having a family, or would you have a kid and then go back to boxing?
That's what I want to do. I feel like I've put too much time on hold on having a kid and being married and stuff for boxing already. I'm gonna have a baby next year. We already have it planned out. I'm gonna have a baby next year, and then after I go through my stuff, then I'll come back and fight some more, and then probably have another one, and then do the same thing again. Like, I don't want to wait till I'm 40, 43, whatever, after my career to have my kids.
Right.
I want to be able to run at the park with my kids and stuff like that. I don't want to be too old. So I think that keeping my body in shape, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I think that'll also help me too while I'm going through this whole body and life changes.
Senior, female. This issue with Clarissa, Remy, and Papoose just keeps getting worse, and it appears to be far from over. Meanwhile, some had opinions such as this one. Remy is obviously losing this. She simply shows her pettiness with each outburst. I apologize. Both parties are wrong to publicly air their grievances, but Remy has diminished her worth in this situation. Remy isn't going to let this guy clown her. Someone else added she had also been suppressing everything. He was upset because she didn't want him and was trying to ruin her finances. With Papoose, something is not right. Stupid. Put down your cheesy lion now, though. I'd like to hear your opinion. What do you think about Clarissa talking about raising a family with Papoose, and then him reportedly cheating on her? And will Clarissa remain, in your opinion? Please share your opinions in the space provided for comments below. Also, remember to see this other chaotic video by clicking here.